Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for coming to our Friday Family Advisory class. So, this morning I wanted to just start off by sharing something that I think will be helpful to everybody, parents and students alike. From your child's Clever page, they will find my Champions page, which is just called Mrs. Mangle's Champions page. And here there are all kinds of good resources for them, but there's not enough. And so the teachers have been working really hard to come up with a central page where you can find everything that you need. So I'm still going to leave the resources that I have up right now because the kids know them well and where to find them. And I also want to give them a chance to practice using the page that I'm going to show you. So here we've got all the Zoom links that they could need. And I started to put all of the resources individually under these titles. As you'll see, I added some for language arts and math, and then I realized I'm doing the work twice and it doesn't have to be done that way. So I stopped and I put the resources for every single subject under helpful links, okay? And it's right here and it's called All Resources Champions. So when you click on here, I have actually given everybody access to this page. So you received an email from me this morning. If you're not using that email to access this page, you won't be allowed to come into this. But as long as you're using the email that you shared with me or the school, you'll have access. All students have access to this as well. This is a really, really good resource. So definitely I would save this in a spot where it's easy to access or just really get to know the My Clever page well, please. Okay, so as you can see, we've got resources here for English language arts. And also this is a work in progress. We're going to be adding to this. So it's a live page where we will add resources as they come. So from here, we've got ways to take different notes. Some schools use note-taking called Cornell Notes, which is really good. I would go ahead and stick with what I've taught you so far because otherwise you're going to be you might get a little bit overwhelmed with too many different ways, but if you're already familiar with Cornell, they're great. And here, if you notice, you can click on how to write an essay right here because there's a lot of essay writing going on with little directions. Writing scaffolds, this is a great resource right here. It'll tell you how to write. It'll give you examples, okay? Examples of, for example, informative essays. Now, the math resources I think are really, really strong. I know some kids have been struggling with math. We've got the 6th grade resources here and 7th here. I'm going to go ahead and click on this page, and from here, there's an entire new page for just 6th grade. So if you look over here, we've got 6th grade math additional resources. So here are all of the resources that students will need for trimester 2. And if you look over here, this is the unit. So we actually put it in, here's the unit you're working on right now, and here are some great videos and resources that can help you. There's games to play, and the Khan Academy videos are really good. If you've never used those, I highly suggest taking a look at some of these. Right now, applying ratios and rates. We've got all of these resources over here. This is a really good page to have as well. So if you just look, this is everything that your child will need for trimester 2. And we've also got one for trimester 3. And again, we're going to add to this as the year progresses, but this is a lot more than we've had so far. So I just think that you should definitely save this link and kind of get familiar with it. I'll go ahead and close that out. Excuse me. And as we keep going down, this is the test taking strategies. We've already gone over that a few times with my students, and here's the video. If you haven't seen the video yet, I highly, highly recommend it. It is very thorough, and your students will definitely know how to take guided notes when they're done watching that. And then there's additional 6th grade resources right here, guided notes for trimester 2. So here are all of the guided notes for 6th graders for trimester 2. So let's see. I'll scroll down to, is this math, I think, sorry. Oh, so it's, okay. It's categorized by subject. So here are the math guided notes for trimester 2. Here are the science notes. So you can actually access the guided notes now directly from this page, okay? And then you need to just fill them out as you go. So let me give you an example. Take negative numbers So these will still need to be filled out just like they would if you were gathering these yourself, but now they're all in one spot. I think just makes it easier. So you would put in the lesson question and then understanding positive numbers, and you'd fill this part out. So it's as you're going through the lesson, you would fill this out just like you would if you were to access this on your own. But now it's just a lot easier because they're all in one spot. So from this shared document, you'll be able to get so many resources. And like I said, it is a lot, so kind of familiarize yourself with it. But once you get used to what's on here, it's going to be much, much easier for you. Okay, so I'm going to pause for 1 second. Okay, so on Monday we had our sharing day. Our first one was the theme was pets, and it was a lot of fun. It was such a good way to start off our Monday because we just got to see these sweet, cute pets. And I can remember the last one was a puppy, and it was a great way to end because who doesn't want to see a puppy first thing in the morning? So I really like that. Not everybody shared, which is okay, and you didn't have to share a pet, but I would love if other kids would start sharing simply because it's a great way for me and the other students to get to know each other. So if anyone has any great ideas for a sharing day, please just let me know. You can email me anytime. Parents, that includes you. If you have any good ideas for sharing, let me know. I would like to make it Mondays. It's just a fun way to start our week.